Morning, everybody. New puppy on the pack run today. This is Scout, and he's here for training. Beautiful morning again this morning. So all we're trying to do with Scout at this point is keep him with the pack, get him in some cover. He's not that old. He's just over 3 months old. So he's just kind of tagging along. Get him some exercise. I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but there's not a lot of water. I don't know if we're going into a drought season or what's happening, but it is kind of on that 10-20 year cycle. And we are kind of due almost for another little bit of a drought, so hopefully it's not too bad and everybody gets the moisture they need. But usually this creek is, I wouldn't be able to walk on any of these mounds. Usually be water over top of all these mounds, and I wouldn't be able to walk. There's a pigeon house, and the pigeons are up on top already this morning. There they go. I don't know if you can see them, but maybe not so good. A little bit. So that's like the biggest pigeon trap there ever was. It's got an in funnel and an out funnel so the pigeons can get in and out. Some nest boxes, or not necessarily nest boxes, but nesting sites. And I don't feed them or water them. They just come and go, and we use them for the dog training. And then whatever we don't dispatch goes back to that pigeon loft. So it's kind of a free flying, renewable resource for me. And it's kind of handy when you have a few dogs around. Scout's fitting right in here. We took a day or two to introduce him to everybody. And just kind of reintroduce him to his mom, because he was born here. He was off this last litter that we had. So we reintroduced him to his mom, and then just kind of worked in one more dog, until he was reintroduced to everybody. There he is. So he gets behind a little bit, but he pretty soon learns that everybody else is in front, so that's just where he wants to be. Come on, Chloe. Getting a little bit far out. So the reason we do these pack runs is something Tom Ness, the trainer in North Dakota, told me. He said he wins most of his trials because of the fitness of the dog. So you can do a fair amount of training with a Springer and not put a lot of exercise into them. And a lot of people do that. They'll take them out, they'll sit in the truck, and guys will watch other people train. They'll bring their dog out for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and that's it. Dog goes back in the kennel, and then it goes home. And if it's if the owner isn't active as much, neither will the dog be. So you got to get your dog out, get out walking in the countryside, and get some fitness on him. Otherwise, your chances are reduced almost to nothing. Especially if it's hot, dry conditions. Your dogs need to be in great shape if they're going to run trials and compete into the 2nd and 3rd series. There's just no way he's going to make it if he doesn't have the energy to do that. So returning, and everybody's come back around the front. And there's Scout. So this is some typical cover that would hold pheasants and game birds. So, I mean, he's just learning to run it with everybody else. And then you got a piece of garbage. Come here. Now I gotta get a hold of him. Here. Come here, Scout. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ha. Oh, well, I got it. But that was kind of a ordeal with everybody. Odie's the other puppy. He's about 7 months old. He's coming along really nice. He runs nice. He retrieves well. We haven't shot a lot of birds over him. Just, I think only a couple, just to see his reactions, and we went back to more obedience and more training. Oh, the pond. Hopefully we can get some water work in this year in here. Of course, there's Chloe. Last hunting season, she fell through a pond, and I thought I was gonna have to get her. But she managed to get herself out, so it was lucky. Lucky thing. She was pretty tired when she got out as well, so not a great situation. Kind of scared me. I had my pants off already. I was ready to go in. There's Casey. Casey will be having puppies in the middle of May. So we hope. We had a breeding. And we think she's likely bred. So if you're looking for a puppy, get on the list, let me know. And I'll put you on the list, and I just do a contact when the time comes. There goes the pigeons again. You only ever see 4 or 5, but there is about 40 or 50 birds there. Half of them will be sitting on nests, half of them will fly farther out. To feed, and you know, if they're not mated up, they'll be looking for a mate to bring back, or maybe even leave. Who knows? You know, if they find a mate and they got a better nesting spot, they'll go somewhere else. But that kind of seems to be the limit. You know, if there's 40 or 50 birds in there, they doesn't seem to ever get any more than that. So when you get to that level, it's time to use some of them and let more come in, or let more babies grow up. That's kind of what I do. I keep the nicest ones I like, and use up the ones that I don't. And every once in a while we eat some of them too. Some of the squab that comes out of there is actually pretty nice. So, and until I had this pigeon house, I've never eaten them. So I always thought, you know, it was a bird or a rat with wings. That's what I was always told. But I guess people eat rats, don't they? Well, that's it for this morning, folks. We'll talk to you again, and hope you're having a good day and a good week. Bye for now.